Bukadabebo, we're recording.
Welcome back to Dead Pine Archives. My name is Dan. I'm here with Neil, Kelly, and Zach.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Zachary, you have a tale for us, correct?
I do. Scooby-Doo. Just
Wrong.
Well,
a little prefix before we get into this. It is called Bentaon Harbor, and all day and all night, I've just been thinking Denton Harbor because I did something else Denton related previously.
Oh, there's a Denton Road.
Yeah, and I'm
something like that.
Yeah, I think it was like a cemetery or something. I can't remember. I did the story, can't remember. But so if I do say that, just
hit him as hard as you can, Kelly.
With a frying pan.
I'll go get one.
crack. All right, so yeah.
I'm back.
So the center's around a high school. It is in Bentaon Harbor, Michigan. It's the southwestern part of Michigan. Just kind of give you a little
Location.
Yeah, I did not print out a map for you guys this time.
God.
Because
How are we supposed to know if it's not in front of us?
What
on
are
a
we
map?
supposed to put up on the board with the rest of the red string?
Yeah.
Fun fact. Nope, never mind. It's not Benton Harbor. I think it's Pico Harbor. Never mind.
Not fun fact.
Fun fact. Don't look at me.
yeah, so Bentaon Harbor sits right along Lake Michigan. It's near the twin city of St. Joseph. It's surprisingly kind of close to Chicago, but not really. It's about 90 miles southwest of Chicago. I don't know why I said it the way I did, but...
Actually, I was right. It is Benton Harbor. So,
Fun fact.
fun fact.
Fun fact revisited. Go.
Fun fact. The appliance maker Whirlpool has its headquarters in Benton Harbor.
Why do you know that?
That's a great question. I wanted to say it was from my days doing like shipping.
Rainforest Cafe?
No, not from the Rainforest Cafe. I wanted to say it was from my days like working with shippers, but it wasn't. It was when I was working with a talent agency and we'd book talent for their like videos. Yeah.
There's going to be a quiz at the end of this episode. You need to name every single job that Neil was just mentioned as having. There were
Good
at
luck.
least 3.
There's so many. You've had many jobs.
Many jobs.
So to recap, the school is on the southwest corner of Michigan, not near Detroit, more in the Lake Michigan shoreline region. Just, yeah.
Sick.
Next to
Context.
Whirlpool.
Yeah. And then just so you...
yeah, that's the
sorry,
school.
audio listeners, you're not going to be able to see this with your ears, but it's a picture of the school.
One of the days I'll actually post the pictures that we talk about when I say, oh yeah, I'll post it. But that looks like a school. Like one of those schools that kind of looks like a jail, but not really, you know?
Yeah,
Like
well-
it got that prison kind of vibe, but it's a school.
Yeah, well, and to kind of go with that, the current high school opened August 29th of 1921. So it is old, and it kind of gives that vibe of an old school. When I was looking up pictures of the school, there was a few different ones, and I think like there's a few different pictures of different buildings. I think one of them literally just had the top of the building in the background, and they just called it the high school.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, so
here it is.
It is a little creepy from the outside. They have like a nice sign in the front that does look kind of updated, but everything else is
Dated.
At least it looks like it. And just a little fun fact: their athletic field, the Philstrup Field, opened in October of 1924. That has nothing to do with the story. Just
Kind
thought
of
it was
expect
cool.
you to be like something about Whirlpool or whatever, but okay.
I mean, if I could have worked it in, I would have.
Yeah.
Guys, I think I found our $1 million idea. We need to pitch it to CW immediately. Old-timey prison high school. 1 hour dramedy, right? We get the cast of Riverdale.
And sold.
They're all employed at the local Whirlpool.
They all make washers and dryers.
Out of this abandoned prison school. But this school is not abandoned, by the way. It is, from what I've seen, it is still up and running.
All right.
So specifically, the third floor is what people call haunted. I mean, it's a pretty big school, so I mean, 3 floors.
I mean, yeah,
I was
3
gonna say,
floors
why
is
is
actually a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot of floors.
It does. I don't know how big
And-
the district is in a whole. I mean, it could be
Still, I mean, I will say, like, I've been in a lot of schools lately working and stuff, and some of them are huge, but the bigger ones tend to be more like 1 story,
Yeah.
and then the smaller ones tend to be more like 2 stories, but like, you know,
Yeah,
compact.
it doesn't look overly like wide.
3 stories
So
for a school.
I think it could just be like the plot of land might not be too big. I mean, I didn't see the full length of it, but the width isn't super.
I mean,
super
that picture
big.
doesn't make it look small.
No, but
In my day, high school only had 2 floors.
It's true.
Same.
Mine came with
technically.
2 floors and a tower.
We didn't get a tower.
It
We
didn't
did
look
not.
like a tower. We just had a weird set of stairs that went up to the 2nd floor, but it only went to this one chunk of the 2nd floor where there were 3 classrooms, and you couldn't access any of the rest of the
Okay, so
2nd
let's dox
floor.
Kelly. Where'd you go to high school?
Weird.
It just had the health room, and then I don't remember what the other 2 were.
So the 3rd floor is mostly haunted, and a lot of the lore kind of started with like staff members and some students and people in the community kind of throwing it around, as most of our stories do. Most of the lore does come from the custodians, though they always talk about seeing like shadowy figures walking around, and when you go around the corner, they're just like magically gone, and it just
I
leaves
believe
people scared.
custodians over almost anyone else
they
because
have
they're
good
there in
stories. They
the
have good lore.
worst time.
especially over like high school students.
Well,
Uh,
yeah.
Yeah, so even when like the floor is empty and there is no shadows running around and creating a muck, that people still feel uncomfortable. They feel like someone's watching them. Later on, we kind of talk about like why schools make you kind of feel that way, but there's just so many places to hide in schools. Like there's always like
That's true.
there's a bunch of corners, and no matter how wide you take the corner, at some point you gotta look around the corner and you could be scared.
Could be scared.
So, is there any explanation?
Nope.
No, there's no like
There's
nothing
just-
bad
there's just
happened
ghosts.
on the 3rd floor.
Not from what I found. There's just ghosts.
They're just ghosts hanging out in high school.
Yep.
People who peaked in high school just staying there for eternity.
Yeah,
I mean,
hey,
I feel-
if you've gone to Benton High School, please, if you have any lore stories, let us know.
Yeah, they're I mean, I feel like every school has like some story of something being haunted, but there's never like this is what happened. It's always just hearsay.
Yeah, and like we said, there's shadow people, lights flicker on and off. It's a pretty like not basic, but
Well, I mean, I
basic,
guess if
like,
that it's schools
story.
from the 20s and the lights flicker here
Well,
and there, I wouldn't be that
Literally,
surprised.
my next bullet point was the school's from 1921, so there's enough history in the school to kind of make it believable that things could just like stop
Sure,
working,
sure.
too.
And like you said, with the lights flickering, if it's still running on like older infrastructure,
Hopefully not,
Hopefully
but
not.
we know how schools
a
are
fire
funded.
hazard.
I
So.
mean, you got to be able to afford to change the infrastructure. I mean, if you can't,
for as
Yeah.
much as we talked about it having a 3rd floor, I was thinking about it in the old Ferndale schoolhouse that was built, I believe, at like the turn of the century, like early 1900s, was 3 floors. And the 3rd floor was the gymnasium. Some other company like bought it.
Why?
Yeah, I have no idea. It's but
that
they
feels
still
like the 1st floor situation.
You're in math class and all you hear is basketballs above you.
Well, that's the thing. There's no way that's.
Well, that's
Why?
like at oh god, where's the building where Theater Bazaar happens?
Oh, Masonic Temple.
Yeah, they have a gym on like the 2nd or 3rd floor because
I
that's
do
where
remember
stupid,
that.
I know you weren't there, but that's where the stupid fucking ghost train was.
Oh yeah, I was not there
Dumb!
during that, but I do think was it?
You said Masonic Temple?
I forget. Yeah, the Masonic.
Shout out to
Temple.
Arthur Hill. Danielle and I went and saw him there.
We did. It was great. Ja Rule was there as well. Maybe it was the Masonic Temple. There was some craft show that we went to, and I'm pretty sure it was at the Masonic Temple, and it was like on like the 3rd or whatever higher floor, and it was a basketball court,
Yeah.
like gymnasium.
Yeah.
Why? What was the thought process of putting things that people jump around and make a bunch of noise up?
Yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense.
I don't know. I could literally hear people scooting their chairs from above me in high school. So
Exactly.
So they'd have to have some really good like insulation between.
And we know that's not true. They
Must-
definitely didn't.
Must have been designed by the same guy that made Wayside School.
I don't.
Read a book.
I'm illiterate.
So, anyways, I think it's important to note that like fatigue can kind of come into play here for some of the, like not all custodians are spring chickens. It also
Hashtag
like
not all custodians are spring chickens.
but like when you start getting to the later part of the day, like fatigue does set in, and then
I mean, I guess if you like end on that, especially if it's like a gym or something, I feel like it's not all the desks you have to wipe down.
well, I don't think the 3rd floor is a gym unless something.
Oh, I guess I was thinking of what you
Yeah.
said. Never mind. Scratch that. Scratch it.
It could be. I don't know. It wasn't specified if it is a gym or not, but I don't think it is.
I
but
guess by the time you get to the 3rd
add like
floor, though.
fatigue though, like
Probably later in
later in the day, you kind of start to misinterpret things, or you see what you don't want to see. And also, like HVAC and echoes can mimic human noises, and it can kind of make.
Well, I remember in our high school, I had gone after hours one day with our sister, and when we were walking upstairs, and it was like empty. Don't ask us how we got in. The door was technically open.
They walked in.
We did.
End of story.
Through an open door.
End of story.
But we had walked in and we went to the second floor to find a janitor because we needed to get into a room or whatever. And when we were walking, it felt like we could feel the floor move. And I don't know if it was just because it was so like open or something, but I just remember both us being like, is this floor going to give way?
Yeah.
There are like kids, hundreds of kids walking on this every day. There's 2 of us right now. Why does it feel like we can hear and see it moving as we walk?
Yeah, optical illusion. I have no idea.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, like even like when we ran cross country and during like the rainy or cold days, we would run inside, and being slow, you usually got lost from the pack. Not in the school. School wasn't that big.
I don't know. I wouldn't say lost. I would say solo journey.
Yeah,
because that's how I ran. I was always by myself.
Same.
So slow.
But yeah, kind of like circling just to like why like this could potentially like just make people think of it. Like empty schools are
weird.
It's not really common for you to be in an empty school. They're usually associated with people being loud, like in the halls and stuff. Obviously in classrooms.
It is if you're 29.
Why 29 exactly?
I don't understand.
Aren't you 29?
I am 29.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
I was like, why that age specifically?
But usually you expect it to be a little louder because there's a lot of people. You're expecting people, obviously. And it's pretty predictable when you're in school. You do this, you do this, you do this. You in your order every day, same thing every day. But after hours, it just is different.
Mm-hmm.
I've worked in a school where everyone was gone besides us.
Oh yeah, we've talked about that.
Kids, and the janitors, and even in a one story building, I'm still creeped out going on the opposite side of the the building. When something doesn't fit your norm, you're like your fight or flight senses start to kind of go off, and you're like, is someone hiding? And then you start looking for things that normally you just wouldn't.
Yeah, absolutely, man. No, that's very it's very lizard brain type stuff, right?
We had kind of talked about it when we did Ghost Town stuff.
Yeah, 100%. And really, like, our brains are constantly looking for patterns, and that's how we intake all of the information around us at all times. And I think what you're describing there is like our expectations based on like, when I'm here, this is what it should be like, right? Creates that uncanny valley effect of it, where it's like, oh, this is not what I was expecting.
Yeah.
And suddenly
I'm scared.
Exactly.
I'm terrified. And then you add in potentially flickering lights. Even when I was in schools that they were updated, the lights wouldn't always be on. And
and now half of them are on like sensors.
Yep.
So like I was in a classroom and I was sitting there and there were no students because it was like a prep hour, and I was on my phone not moving long enough that all the lights turned off on me.
Yeah, I've definitely done that before and wasn't sleeping.
Well, and the room I was in didn't have any like windows going outside, so it was pitch black. Like even the small window on the door had like, paper over it or whatever, and I was like, I'm gonna die in here. Oh no, I don't even know where I am.
Yeah, and if you see any little like movement or anything, you're gonna be creeped out. Like it's just gonna happen, and like your visual system is just guessing, and it's just essentially like you're guessing wrong. You're seeing things.
It makes me think of that there was this post online, and I laugh about it about once a day, because it was like me talking to my therapist, talking about how I thought I saw something, but then I know I didn't. And the therapist is like, you're hallucinating. They're like, no. I thought I saw something, but I didn't see something. And they're like, that is literally an hallucination. And they're like, no, you're not listening. I only thought I saw it. And that one speaks to me emotionally.
Yeah.
I love that. I also love your like, your brain thought of something, but it was wrong. It's like, all right, listeners, next time you're scared, just shout, wrong.
It might help or not.
It could.
If it doesn't, it really won't. But if it does, it will.
Is somebody watching me? You're just in the middle of an abandoned school going, wrong.
Okay, if someone is watching you, they're going to walk the other way. They're going to go, wrong. Both of them will have watched the podcast, so then they're both just going, wrong.
Touche, scary person. Checkmate.
So, yeah.
They're playing 3D chess, and I'm playing checkers.
They're
I
playing
don't know
3D
what the
chess.
fuck is going on.
And I forgot how to play checkers.
So, and kind of going off of like the whole like pattern stuff, there's also like no like clear safe zone in a school. I mean, and not to be like any morbid way, but like if you're in there by yourself, there's not really a safe place to go, essentially. Like you go to the bathroom, that's going to be a ghost first place to get you. Or
Moni Myrtle.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Perfect. But I mean, like there's not really a
J.K.
safe
Rowling.
place to go.
Policing the bathrooms.
Yeah.
And now you lost me.
No. J.K. Rowling will find you.
Oh, I don't like that. She knows I'm not in a safe place. But I mean, like,
She doesn't care about safe places. Come on now.
if you're a ghost, if you're being hunted by a ghost and you lock a door, they're just gonna go through the door.
That's true.
So, but yeah, and this isn't even just like
And
I
this
know
is
it's
why
about
we
a
need to
haunting.
teach paranormal investigation in school.
Yes, give them their
That's
ghost
part
vac.
of. That should be part of like what was it like the classes that are just
The
like
core curriculum.
home ec. It should be like part of
An
home ec.
elective.
Yeah, but like one of the ones that you really should take.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you got your auto, which helps you with your cars,
Yeah, you
your
get auto-
ghost hunting that helps you with everyday.
your tax
things.
class, and then ghost hunt. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
three most important classes I think you should take.
Yeah, and there's
Auto, sewing, cooking, occult sciences.
yeah.
I was going to say, we're going to
Yes.
start this class, and that's just going to be all the fuel Republicans need to end public education.
Yeah.
Guess who won't be protected from the ghost?
Kind of got a little lost where we were there, but
And we're distracting.
essentially humans don't like environments they can't fully control or monitor, and that's kind of why a lot of these kind of turn into ghost stories at that point. You get spooked, you go, I can't explain this ghost.
True.
Sometimes you see stuff wrong, sometimes you just hear noises. Buildings do shift, houses make noises, schools definitely make noises, and there's also just sometimes like an emotional tension. You're scared, your senses may be failing you, but they're heightened a bit. Your blood pressure goes up. You're scared. And sometimes your brain just jumps to, it's not just me here. And that's how places like this end up being legends, even without any real evidence.
Very cool.
Yeah. I did look up like more of what schools are tied to, and it's pretty much everything we talked about, like authority, school stress, and strong childhood memories. One of the social stresses is just bullying.
Sure.
And I was like, yeah, but I mean, if someone bullied me for believing in ghosts, well, I'll take them to the school and the ghost will
Lock them in the school.
Yeah.
Well, if it's like it goes along with that like transfer of like very strong energy into a space.
I was just gonna
How
say that,
many like horror movies and stuff have we seen that like some villain's origin story takes place at a school and they remember that for forever? Valentine.
I would say pretty much like
I
a
really
good
thought
chunk
of
movies.
yeah.
I really thought of
Yeah.
Meet the Robinsons, but yes.
That didn't take place at a school.
He has a science
Well, the
class,
science
yeah.
fair. Yeah.
No. But why the guy's a villain?
Oh, it's because he's
Because
bullied?
Goob.
Yeah, because he's like everyone hated me,
And everybody was so nice to him. It was just because he kept falling asleep while he was playing baseball.
I mean, I'd be pretty pissed off if I was playing a sport and someone missed the catch.
no
to win
one
the
was
game.
though.
Goob, do you want to come to
I
my
would.
house? Nice binder. They all hated me.
Underrated movie. Yeah,
So
movie that
good.
movie
So
literally
good.
makes me
So
sob every time.
So good.
Oh,
Because the T-Rex had a big head and little arms, and the plan wasn't thought through very well.
Big Grinch had tiny
small
body.
the layers are too deep.
But yeah, so that's all I got. I mean, I thought it was kind of interesting. Just a lot of our stories kind of all kind of come into the I'm scared alone. I blame it on a ghost, or I fall off a bridge and die, and I become a ghost.
You get a feeling
It's
and
one
you're
of
not
those
sure
two.
why, and it freaks you out, and you're trying to come up with a conclusion for it.
Yeah, because I mean, humans have to try to rationalize every little thing. You can't just be like, that shit happens.
Well, and you're right, though, that like when there is that surreal element of being in a space that you normally associate with being very full of like sound and light and company and whatnot, and then all of a sudden, if you're there by yourself or if the population within it is a lot smaller, suddenly it takes on the feeling of a liminal fucking space, which is something that freaks people out. And that is why there's entire franchises and so many video games and the movies coming out in like 5 minutes.
The school I was in the other day,
Fucking back rooms.
every hallway looked the same.
It's Kubrickian.
I literally ended up on the wrong end of the school, and I had to ask someone for goddamn directions because I was like, how do I keep messing this up? Their hallways weren't straight. They would go, hit a wall, slightly go left, and then go straight again. Like no hallway went from one end of the school to the other. It made no sense, and it was the weirdest fucking place I've ever been.
Goddamn MC Escher schools.
Yeah. Sinister and dark-sided architects doing black magic.
I think I literally walked in a circle like 3 times. I was like, I don't know where I am.
See, meanwhile, I loved being in schools like after hours and whatnot because it happened a lot, especially when I was younger because my mom worked for the schools. So I would just kind of be like, I'm just gonna go goof around. And also, when I was in middle school, I read the book The Girl Who Owned a City. And I feel like no one here has read that. No,
I didn't know.
It's okay, because
Is that
whenever
part
I
of the
talk
girl
about
with the dragon tattoo?
No, it's a
Prequel.
book that we read in middle school that I really, really liked, and it basically just had to, I won't go too much into it, but it basically just had to do with, it was this fiction book where a plague had swept through the entire world, and it killed everybody that was over the age of 12. So suddenly you have a world that's just full of, like, kids that are trying to fend for themselves.
Isn't that just Lord of the Flies?
I don't want to talk
Kind
about
of.
Lord of the Flies.
But-
I'll cry.
But they end up, this entire neighborhood of like little kids ends up banding together, and then they go and they take over the local high school because it sits up high on a hill, and they turn it into like a fortress and like a city essentially. It's just very, very cool. And ever since then,
owns it?
Yeah.
Nice.
And just ever since then, whenever I'm in like a dead mall or like a school or something like that, I'm just like, what if I had to convert this area into apartments?
Oh, this...
Which
I
is
just
what
did
we
the whole-
should do with dead malls anyway. They should be housing. They should be repurposed. Sorry.
This is...
I've never actually thought
I can
about
see
that.
the route
It's
now.
actually like not a bad
Because
idea.
all you want is to live in a school or a church or a building that is
I-
big and it has many, many rooms.
I think that we should repurpose buildings, and especially beautiful buildings, but like
yeah.
High key, if Allison and I didn't start dating, I was going to attempt to get a bunch of people and buy a school and live in a
Don't
school.
tell Kelly that.
well, it's
I
too late.
wanted
I
to.
like Allison.
Yeah,
I can't
me
be like, lose the lady and the baby. Let's buy a school.
Yeah, she said no to that, or I still would have pushed it. But like I see a bunch of them on like Instagram.
Oh, yeah, there's so many cool ones. Well, it's the same thing
Just
when we watch...
rollerblade to your friend's apartment down the hall.
That is nice.
Yeah.
We've talked about like, you know, people who renovate like churches and stuff into houses. And even I think we all watched The Princess Diaries and they had the old firehouse be their house.
Yeah.
The coolest thing. And I think that's all very, very cool. Typically, the ones that are for sale are not the cool looking ones. And if they are, you're in the middle of nowhere.
You could be like Ghostbusters and buy a firehouse.
Be like Ghostbusters by firehouse.
I think that would be pretty
Slide down the
darn
pole,
neat.
get too scared, slide down the pole, go down the stairs.
I also I want to read this book now because like I don't know what your curriculum
Is it
was that
actually
you were reading like
good?
cool books like
Okay.
that because in middle school I had to read Johnny Tremaine.
Sorry. Well, no, I was just talking
Yeah,
with my
not me.
sister about like the curriculum. It's very weird. We read cool books like that in middle school, and then I had to read The Outsiders 87 times because everybody did. Don't.
Took away my library card for reading while intoxicated. Oh, don't be ashamed of your hand, Johnny Tremaine. You still live in exciting times. Oh, crap. Sir, do you know how loud you were reading? The life of a silversmith's apprentice was not an easy one.
I remember that.
I
Don't be
don't.
ashamed of your hand,
That
Johnny
is-
Tremaine.
Don't be ashamed. It's about a silversmith's like apprentice who like got this opportunity in colonial times. Like this is like literally around the time of the American Revolution in Boston. And he goes to be an
Boston.
apprentice for a silversmith and burns his hands so badly he fuses his fingers together. And at the time there's no like the skin just melts together. He's got
My
he
God.
can't ever silversmith now and he's going to be like a fucking invalid unless he can figure out how to still like do his job. But
Did he ever figure it out?
kind of.
You'll have to read the book, fan.
You have to read the book, The Life of.
Tune in next week.
The Life of Silver Smith's Apprentice.
Tune in next week of Dead Pine Archives, where none of us actually follow up on that and read the book.
I'll get you
but
into a book club yet, boy.
Okay, we'll table that for after.
I was gonna say Zach
Um,
loves book clubs. What are you talking about?
Kind of going off of the school stuff. When it comes to like horror movies with school related things, the only ones I can think of in recent history is that one that just came out, not Weapons with like the little kids.
Oh,
I never
yeah,
saw it, but what other movies do we know that kind of go off of like a paranormal school vibe? Do we know
Silent
any?
Hill.
The Faculty.
Oh,
Is
Silent Hill's a
is-
good one.
Is that schools?
It's a schoolgirl.
Oh,
And they
well, I mean,
take and they go to the church school.
Oh,
like
okay.
that's like
Okay.
the like
There
a
is
main.
There is a scene where they go into like the schoolhouse.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever actually seen it,
Oh my god.
but you
Classic.
told me about it. But like
Classic.
I was thinking about them like relating kind of like the horror to schools. Like I don't know that. I mean, like there are like the killer movies where they like end up at the school, but like actual
Like the
paranormal.
Screams.
Yeah, or even like scary movies where they're parodying Scream. Like, but yeah, just I don't know too many movies that kind of go off of the paranormal in schools. It's not like a killer or slasher movie.
That is true.
I'd
Except
have to
for-
look
well,
into it.
I haven't seen the Weapons movie, but I know it takes place of kids in a class.
yeah, like one classroom.
the,
Yeah.
Yeah.
On that note, I'm gonna call it for this episode. We did a lot of rambling near the end there, but that's fine because it was at the end. So if you made it to now, thanks.
The Life of a Silversmith's Apprentice was not an easy one.
Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this episode, let us know. Likes, comments, and 5-star reviews are the best way to support us. And don't forget to subscribe wherever you listen to us so you don't miss an episode. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at Dead Pine Archives. And make sure to check out our sister show, Midnight Horror Picture Show, available wherever you listen to podcasts. And we will see you back here soon.
And don't be ashamed about your hand, Johnny Tremaine. You still live in exciting times.
You still live in exciting times.